We're
It might
live.
be when you click off.
Yo, what
What?
up, yo? Got Will here. Gonna talk about just the off season and stuff. So how you doing, Will?
I'm doing pretty good. 100 days left until the season starts.
Yeah, it's a long off season, huh? I think it's been a while since we went live and stuff.
Draft time.
Yeah, since the draft. How long was the draft? Like a month ago already? No.
Yeah, at least probably about a month.
Dang, time flies. Can't believe it's already been a month. Holy crap. So all right, man. Uh, yeah. How do you think this off season has gone so far?
About how I expected. I mean, like I never expected to have like a huge off season. Mostly like a retain our own guys type thing. Kind of what they did. Mostly
Mm-hmm.
like addressing needs of the draft. A couple guys in free agency. We only got like 2,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, I think it went roughly as expected. I mean, you lose Tranquil, you're replacing with Kendricks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Eh.
Get a Henley.
Henley, I think that's going to be a good pick.
Yeah, could be a good pick. I mean, he's young, he's athletic, he flies around, he's got energy. Yeah, I like it. Although, I kind of wanted Trenton Simpson. He's a little bit bigger. Which one would you have preferred?
I don't know. I did not watch too much draft footage. I mean, the main thing I heard about Henley is that Henley has really good like line to line speed. He's good. He's very rangy. And
Mm-hmm.
if Kendricks is going to be like your main run stop, like run support linebacker, I don't think it's terrible having a good rangy kind of linebacker just cycling on passing downs.
Yeah, yeah, I think I agree. And like, I think it's good now that we got like hopefully reliable linebackers. Still got Kenneth Murray. He's in his contract year. You think, what do you think about that? You think he's
No.
gonna have a good season or not?
Personally, even if he does have a good season, I'd be hesitant to resign him because it'd be like 3 years of bad and then 1 year of like he was a little better.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe you could tag him, but I think that would depend on like how much the tag is.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know. I'm ready to move on from Kenneth Murray. I don't think it's worked.
Yeah, I mean, would you if we let go of him after next season? I mean, obviously, I think it depends on how good his next season would be. Maybe if he really, shows up and catches everyone's eye, maybe I could see us, giving him a bonus or whatever. But I think if we let him go, we'd probably have to still draft another one and get another linebacker, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to drafting a linebacker to replace him, but I feel like if he does have a really good season this year, you can't give him the long-term deal yet. You got to give him like a prove it deal or hit him with the franchise tag just to be like, we need to see more
Yeah, I mean,
consistency.
he'd probably be leaving at that point, depending on
Probably.
what everyone
I
else
don't
would
know.
give him. But yeah, I mean, yeah, we got linebackers. We added a few guys to our D line. I was pretty pleased. Well, I mean, I guess I'll ask you, how do you think the draft went? What do you think about the draft?
I thought the draft went good. Initially, I was pretty sour on the Quentin Johnson pick because I thought he was like a Mike Williams type guy. But from what I've seen, he's like more like a run after catch type guy.
Hmm.
So that should add a unique dimension to the offense we don't really have. I
Yeah.
agree with drafting edge and linebacker. I think those are your next 2 biggest needs. Thule should be pretty good, and if
Hmm.
like maybe he won't be amazing this year, but he's going to be able to sit in a room with guys who are some of the best of the generation
Yeah.
at edge rusher. He's gonna be sit there, absorb, and probably take over for Khalil Mack next year. He'll get a shot at to be the starter.
Yeah. Yeah. I
I
could
already
see
kind of
that.
talked about Henley. Darius Davis, I would say he was going to be a good kick returner, but after that kickoff rule they put in,
Mm. What was that again?
the kickoff rule that if you fair catch a ball anywhere behind the 25-yard line, it
Yeah.
goes to the 25.
Oh yeah. So you get automatic 25 yards, huh?
Automatic 25.
That I mean, I feel like that'll may probably be good for us because we I feel like we're never really good at kick return and not really even kickoff either.
Well, it was weird because when we had Andre Roberts the other
Yeah,
year, we were good
Andre
at kickoff,
Roberts.
we were good at kickoff, bad at punt, and then DeAndre Carter was bad at kickoff but good at punt.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
I was like, we're trading one for the other.
I miss Andre Roberts. That guy was like he was very special in the kick return, but I guess that's kind of a little too long ago. I guess we're hoping that
Yeah, he was. I think he was really old. I think he's like 36, 37
he was
when
still
we had him.
fast though. He was
And he,
athletic as heck.
I think last season he had a IR stint with the
Dang,
Panthers.
did he? Dang. Well, yeah, I guess we're hoping that Darius Davis, right, the 4th round pick, he's gonna be returning punt or kicks and punts, I think, right?
Yeah, I think he was a pretty good punt returner at TCU. So we'll see how that goes. 5th round, McFadden. I mean, you needed to draft depth on the O line. I think
Mm-hmm.
they obviously have a type with the guard tackle or the tackle guard
Mm-hmm.
converts,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
which also provides flexibility. So
Yeah, I like that. That was my favorite pick, I think. I mean, I like Quentin Johnson and Tooney a
I
lot
love the
too.
Scott Matlock pick. I think he's gonna be good.
Why? What do you like about him most?
I like his personality. He seems like he's got a really good motor,
Mm-hmm.
and I just think he's gonna be like maybe not quite Morgan Fox, but I think he's gonna be that type of player where he's like that. He's gonna be like a situational pass rusher on the interior. I think he's
Mm-hmm.
definitely gonna get a couple sacks this year.
Yeah, I could see it. I mean, yeah, what I think about him is he's a big guy. He's has good mentality to him. It seems like he's going to be rotating in there. Yeah, like good depth, and I think our D line was so bad last year that I mean, it wasn't so bad, but it was pretty, getting gashed in the run defense a lot. I think we definitely wanted to add to that, and 6th round pick. I think he was a pretty good pick. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he got a couple of sacks for sure.
Yeah, and then the 7th round pick was Max Duggan, which I mean
Yeah.
now they're definitely rostering 3 quarterbacks for that quarterback emergency quarterback role they put in. So
Hmm. Yeah. Did you like it or not like it?
I don't like rostering 3 quarterbacks, but we're gonna do it anyway.
Wait, isn't what was that new rule that was passed that you can have?
So how it works is if your first 2 starters, so if like your main quarterback and your backup are both ruled out of the game with injury, the third quarterback can come in despite being inactive, but he has to be on the 53. He can't be a practice squad elevation. If either
Mm,
of the 2 people ahead of him are able to return to the game, the third string has to leave.
mm. Wait. Say that last part again. Who has to leave?
The third string has to be taken out of the game if either of the 2 people in front of him are cleared to come back.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, we would have to keep him on the roster, I guess. Then that makes it kind of tough. But I like.
I don't like rostering the 3 quarterbacks. I feel like it's a very rare scenario where you're going to get 2 quarterbacks go down with injury or game-ending injuries in the same game,
Hmm.
and it's just kind of a waste of a roster spot if you're just going to have them be inactive. Like all year last year, Easton Stick was inactive every game,
Yeah.
and it was just wasting a roster spot where you could have had like another D line or another edge or
Yeah.
another wide receiver. Our wide receiver room got really bad last year.
Yeah. Dang, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I was happy about the Max Duggan pick just because, we're gonna try something new at quarterback. You never really know. I guess when we were just running with Easton Stick, we were pretty much okay with saying if Herbert got injured or had to come out that we were just gonna lose. But yeah, someone to push Stick to maybe
Yeah,
get better or something. I don't know, take his job.
I thought Easton Stick played okay in the preseason. Like he's definitely got he's not a great thrower, but like he's got like some athleticism. He can scramble. Like they can definitely like run some designed QB runs and stuff with him. He's athletic, but he's not the best quarterback.
I thought I thought Chase Daniel played better than him in the preseason.
Dude, I remember watching that first preseason game again. I think it was the Rams, and I just remember Chase Daniel overthrowing every 5 yard out route that he threw.
I don't really like remember it too well, but I just remember that.
That's the only thing I remember from that like preseason is Chase Daniel overthrowing every out route.
Yeah, no, I just remember that Easton Stick wasn't really moving the ball, and you know, I don't know. I'm sure he's a good guy, like I always say, but yeah, I gotta have some higher standards, I think. But we'll see. Josh Kelly wasn't doing too good until last year. He kind of could call it his breakout year, I guess. Was it
A little.
a little bit? Um,
Yeah, I just feel like they kind of. I don't know. Josh Kelly is a weird thing because like you look at the stats and you're like, well, he only had this many rushing yards. Like, it's really
mhm.
not that good. But then you watch the games, it's like he's actually like breaking off big runs, and there's not feeding him the ball.
Yeah, a few times he definitely flashed. He looked pretty good for sure.
Didn't
Uh,
fumble either.
yeah. I wonder how he didn't really get that many carries though, which was the weird thing.
No, yeah, that was like it was like he'd break off these big, like the Dolphins game. I can remember there was like a big 3rd and 10, and he broke off like a 10-yard, like 15-yard run for a first down, and then Eckler comes back in. It's like feed Kelly.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that's like a big problem that a lot of the people have with our backup running backs, just not giving them enough attempts at the ball.
Yeah,
Um,
that's like it's just like I don't think Kelly was really given a fair crack to be the RB2.
could be, yeah, but I think he didn't. I mean, we gave him some carries in the Jaguars game, that playoff game, and I don't really think he. I think he had like
No
three
one
car.
was moving the ball in that game.
Yeah, just overall the dang rush game. uh,
I say you can't pin that loss on one person, but you can pin that loss on the run game.
I think so too, and that's why I just thought it was so important to build this offensive line, bring competition, and get a tight end. We didn't get a tight end either. What do you think about that?
I don't like it because I don't think McKitty is very good. But if they're confident that McKitty can bounce back to like 2021 form, I guess I can see them not adding a tight end. But like even for insurance, like Donald Parham has not shown that he can play a full season, and then Gerald Everett's good, but he's in his like late 20s, early 30s. He's not going to get any better. You know what he is. He's like a 500-yard, couple touchdowns type of guy. Okay, blocker,
Hmm. Yeah,
bridge.
I thought he tried hard though. But yeah, I agree. I don't. I think our tight end group is very similar to our running back group actually, except that I think it's less important for tight ends to produce than running backs. Because running backs get the ball a lot more. But yeah, we have like
Well,
a
it depends
good.
on who you're It depends on how your offense is set up.
That's true. Very true.
I mean,
But
like,
yeah,
yeah.
Everett scored quite a. I think he did pretty dang well. He was our leading receiver in the playoff game. And then our backups, yeah, McKitty, I haven't really seen him do anything. And Parham has shown flashes like here and there a little bit. He's so tall, throw him a jump ball or whatever. But yeah, I would have liked to see us get better there. Would you, and I know we both love Quentin Johnson, but would you have also taken Quentin Johnson, or who would you have taken at that spot?
I probably would have gone for Nolan Smith.
Nolan Smith, the edge?
Yeah. He went like late to the Eagles. I just think that I think wide receiver. I think there's a good enough wide receivers in the later rounds to where you didn't have to take one
Mm-hmm.
first round, and I thought that you're a lot more likely to hit on a first round edge than you are to hit on a second round edge compared to like hitting on a second or third round receiver compared to a first round receiver.
Mm-hmm.
So I probably would have gone for the edge, and I think it would have been a much clearer transition next year from probably moving on from Mac to moving on to Nolan Smith. But I don't hate the Quentin Johnson pick.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would have gone a different direction.
Yeah. Yeah, in my opinion, I think that Quentin Johnson pick was probably a good move. He looks like a beast, I just thought
Oh,
that,
I
yeah,
think he's gonna be a good player.
I think he's going to be a good player for sure. Just the way that I kind of look at football teams, though, honestly, I would have gone maybe. I don't know. This might sound stupid, but a lot of the guys I liked were gone. I would have maybe taken Mozzie Smith. I would have wanted to put some beef at that nose tackle.
I don't hate
That
that pick,
depth.
but I mean, I know the Cowboys took him I think 6 picks later. I probably would have tried to like trade down with like one of the teams if I was gonna take Mozzie Smith.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, I could see that too. And honestly, I also would have thought about taking Osiris Torrance, even though I know I'm always talk about him, and he went like way later, or maybe an offensive lineman or something like that. But honestly, it's hard. It's very hard to tell even right at this time. We haven't seen any of them play. But yeah, if I would have picked someone else besides Quentin Johnson at that first round pick, I think we would have had to take a receiver within the first, 3 or 4 rounds. I think for sure.
Yeah, you need to add a receiver because, I mean, the playoff game, your number 3 receiver was Michael Bandy, and he immediately went and signed in the XFL. So
Did
that
he?
shows you how good you. No, he did. Yeah. So when we didn't, because he was a restricted free agent, we didn't tender him. I think he went and signed with either Houston or Arlington.
Did he play?
I don't know if he played, but he signed with the XFL, and then I think he signed to the Chiefs practice squad.
Really? I'm gonna look that up right now.
So we had Keenan Allen, a substitute teacher that got injured, Josh Palmer, and an XFL receiver in the playoff game.
Oh, he's on the Houston Roughnecks. Dang. Yeah, no, I think that reverse play when we fumbled that ball was just like,
the jet sweep.
dude, I know that was so bad, and we needed that.
That was my favorite. Daniel Popper tweeted the season is when he just tweeted firebomb the DeAndre Carter jet sweep section of the playbook.
Yeah, I think we just don't have anyone. Well, we didn't have anyone that would be able to run that. Well, I think maybe
Darius might be able to.
Even Quentin Johnson might be able to.
Yeah, he could.
I think Quentin Johnson kind of looks like he could be like Cordarrelle Patterson and like even better than Cordarrelle Patterson.
Speaking of Cordarrelle Patterson, has anyone called the Falcons to see if you can like 5th round pick? Has anyone checked on that situation? They've got like 4 running backs.
Did he? Yeah, is he a running back or is he a receiver still?
He's like a running back, receiver, kick return. He's like a hybrid. He's kind of positionless. He's listed as a running back. But no, I would like call the Falcons. Like they just drafted Bijan. Tyler Algier rushed for 1,000 yards. Like they've got their top 2 running backs. Like
yeah,
he was already kind of after he came back from injury. He already kind of took a back seat to Algier. Like, check in on that. I would love that. I mean, I thought he was still good last year when he played. He's getting up there, but like he's kind of like a unique type of player.
Yeah, he got 695 yards, 8 touchdowns last year, 4.8 average, 21 receivers. Jesus.
He missed a few games in the middle of the season.
Dang. Yeah, honestly, I would really like to get
But yeah, like I would check on like that would make me feel a lot better about our running back depth.
Yeah. Oh, and that brings me to my next point. Free agents. Who would you like to don't you think that we should maybe make another move or 2 here or there? What would you do?
I do running back depth. The only running back really on the market I would really want to sign to be Kareem Hunt, but Telesco ain't going to do that one.
Yeah.
Because of the character concern. Tight end. I don't think there's tight ends left. Like Cameron Brate, probably not. He's in the twilight. Definitely not Mercedes Lewis.
Let's see.
He's still in the league. I didn't even know that. Yeah, there's like no tight ends. Kyle Rudolph. I mean, okay.
Pull it up right now.
Steven Anderson.
Here's the tight ends. Can you see my screen?
Yeah. Bringing back Steven Anderson on a 1-year deal as like a blocker, I wouldn't hate that.
Yeah, I mean he didn't really do much, but I mean,
he
why
was
not,
a good
right?
He was a good blocking tight end in 2021 though. We let him walk. He went to the Cardinals.
Yeah. If I'm just looking at this list right here, obviously you got to look at the money too, but I think we have like 12 million in the cap space for this year also.
Actually, let me share mine because I got mine set to where it's not there's people, it's only the people unsigned.
All right, hang on a second. What do you got? Okay,
yeah,
here we go.
I got unsigned people because I think you just had people that have signed just the entire free agency.
All right, Cameron Brate, Swaim, Mercedes Lewis. How old is he's 39? He's still
30. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Wow. The only place if he's signing anywhere, he's going into retirement tour with the Jets.
Yeah, I mean, what about Max Williams? Was he productive?
I don't even know who that is.
Kyle Rudolph, he's pretty old too. I might take Kyle Rudolph. Why the heck not?
He was not very good at Tampa last year, I don't think. What was the stats last year?
I would
What
do
did
it.
he do? 2022, 10 games played,
Three.
158 snaps, 3 targets, 3 receptions for 18. Was he more of a
Yeah.
blocker?
Now look at Kyle Rudolph.
He might have been more of a blocker. I don't know. Oh, where's Kyle Rudolph?
I know Kyle Rudolph has performed a lot in his career.
All right, 11,
Ooh.
9 games played, 68 snaps, 5 targets, 3 receptions, 1 touchdown.
Dang, that's his production fell off a cliff, huh?
Yeah, even last year or even 2021 with the Giants, he played 16 out of 17 games, 500 snaps, 39 targets, 26 receptions, 257 yards, a touchdown.
I mean, I would still give him a shot though. Bring him in with Justin Herbert and see what happens.
Maybe like a training camp, like see if he performs. If not, part ways.
Yeah, or Cameron Brate too.
Offensive.
Cameron Brate was good, but he's asking for a lot. I think Cameron
He's
Brate.
also, what did he do last year? 20 receptions on 38 targets, 10 games, 174 yards, and no touchdowns.
Yeah. That's not that good either.
I was gonna look at what offensive linemen are left.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Taylor Lewan, probably not. Probably a little out of our price range. I don't think he's gonna want a ton of money, but he's probably gonna want more than we can give him.
Yeah, I think that's way outside of. Honestly,
I have no idea, no clue who these two are.
I mean, when I'm looking at these offensive line, I'm just looking for a guy that can come be a backup, like a guy with experience, you know.
Yeah,
Roger
maybe
Saffold.
bring him in on like a 1 year veteran presence deal because our guards are very young.
Yeah, I know.
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Second and 2 and 1 year vets.
I
They were
mean,
both
like
rookies, huh?
Eric Fisher is like a backup left tackle. I know that was discussed last year. I don't think he was very good with the Dolphins though.
Yeah, he's kind of been an underperformer, I feel like.
I don't
But
know. Foster Sorrell's been working out with the offensive line people in Texas that turned Pipkins around. They can probably sell me on like a block of cheese being a good offensive lineman. So
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I would still like to see us get at least one more backup.
yeah, I would not be opposed. Edges, Leonard Floyd, I wouldn't be opposed to.
But we already got 3 now, and we still got Chris Rumpf. But geez, I don't know
Yeah, I know.
what we're gonna do with him.
I mean, the edges last year got kind of decimated. So I mean, I
I feel
wouldn't
like
be
we
opposed
got
to Ross
decimated almost everywhere.
everywhere. Yeah. JJ Watt's retired. Robert Quinn did not do anything with the Eagles, but they were so deep. I think that Yannick Ngakoue and Leonard Floyd are kind of who I'm looking at here.
I would be down for Yannick Ngakoue because I remember him. He played for the Jaguars, right?
Yeah, he did. I think he played for the Raiders too.
I kind of like. I kind of like the Jaguars. I like how like they have a physical, culture to them or something like that.
Bring back Ingram.
I would bring back Melvin Ingram on a very, very cheap deal. Why not?
You wanted to, yeah. I mean, I'm looking at Leonard Floyd as a scheme fit, knows Staley. Yannick Ngakoue is a little younger, probably still
Mhm.
has a little bit of upside, and then Melvin Ingram be like a legacy type.
Yeah. All right. We'll go to What about safety?
I don't think we're gonna sign a safety, but John Johnson is probably the one that you're looking at here.
How much would you have to pay him?
I have no idea. It can't be that much at this point.
Hey, I have a. Oh wait. This website I was using I think it's a little bit better. It kind of gives an estimation for their price.
Yeah, over the cap gives price ranges, I think. Still got Bryce Callahan. You could bring him back, but I don't think we will.
Who are you talking about now?
Which I don't. I was gonna say I think Bryce Callahan is still out there if you want to bring him back, but he's a little older, and once corners
Casey
can just.
Hayward.
You could. I don't. I think he did say he wanted to retire as a Charger.
Did he say that?
I think he did.
Oh, we're going to go to running backs now.
Yeah.
I think running back still is our biggest need. I just think of getting another big one would really, really help us. I'd love to see us.
I don't know. None of these guys are like Zeke was bad last year. So was Leonard Fournette. Mark Ingram. Mark Ingram was not good last year either. Neither like Rex Burkhead for some reason goes off against us, but he's terrible otherwise.
Honestly, dude, I would love to have Elliott, Fournette, or Cook. Like, that would be just so awesome to me.
Dalvin Cook, I wouldn't be opposed to, but he's probably gonna get traded,
I
not
mean,
cut.
bro, Ezekiel Elliott almost had 900 yards. Like, that's a ton, you know?
Yeah, but how many carries did he get?
I mean, they're not going to give carries to you if you're not good.
Well, he also had that massive contract.
Yeah, that's true. But still,
Yeah,
it's
876 yards
three.
on 231 attempts, 3.8 yards per attempt.
That's not that bad, dude. I would
Below
take.
4.
I would sign him up.
I don't know. The Zeke decline has been kind of well dot. Like just.
Yeah. I mean, I'm saying for like a backup, you know?
I mean, you wouldn't be like, man, like the Cowboys basically had to give him carries because of how massive that contract was. If he came to the Chargers, he'd be on like a 1-year kind of prove it deal.
Mm-hmm.
Probably wouldn't have to give him nearly as many carries. Probably come in more in like short yardage and pass. He is still a good pass blocker.
I like the guy. Go to Fournette now.
Oh, Fournette was bad last year.
No, I think he's still got a lot of yards.
They didn't run the ball. 189 attempts, 668 yards, 3.5 yards per attempt.
Yeah, that's not that good. But
I got a buddy who's a Bucks fan. I Fournette was bad.
the year before he was good though, 4.5.
Yeah.
I mean, look at
Well,
his receiving yards though, 523. That's over 1,000 yards total.
yeah, that's Brady dumping it off to him.
Yeah. I would love to have either of those guys for sure.
Kenyon Drake, what did he do last year?
Yeah, I'd take Kenyon Drake. Honestly, the thing is, I'll take like
This is
honestly
I mean,
anyone.
okay average. Played 12 games, 4.4 yards per attempt.
To me, like the yardage means more than the average, even though they both matter a lot.
Bring back Justin Jackson.
No, no thanks. I mean, if
I
better
think he
than
was
nothing,
actually. I don't think he was. I mean, he was like the running back 3, but
170. That sounds like another Eckler. I mean, not another Eckler, another Kelly. Or
170 on 42 attempts.
that's
They
such
were
a
not running.
small.
They're not. They was like, yeah, but he was also. I think he was like the running back 3. So
Like I feel like if we're gonna get a running back, he's got to have at least like 500 rush yards on the season.
like Mark Ingram,
Yeah, let's see what
not
Mark
good.
got.
I don't think he was good last year. Like
223, 233.
62. The thing that sticks in my mind for Mark Ingram is in that Bucks Saints Monday night game, him running out of bounds a yard short of the first down marker, even though he could easily have gotten the first down, and then they lost the game because they couldn't sustain the drive.
I think I remember that. So long ago though.
I remember watching that because I was on a call with someone. They were like, "Oh, this is when Brady's comeback starts.
I know.
The opponent starts doing dumb crap, and then
Let's give him a chance.
yeah, it's like, oh, he's got a chance."
So I don't know. What would you say our top free agent needs right now would be? Like if you were running this thing, what are the first moves you're doing?
I would probably be signing John Johnson, not because I don't trust Alohi Gilman, who I think in the mic'd up video they did with Staley, he told him and Derwin that they were like that the secondary is going to go how they go. So Alohi Gilman's probably going to get the starting safety spot. I would bring him in as competition. Not that I don't trust Alohi. I think he was pretty good last year when he
Mm-hmm.
came in relief, and
Taking
when
John
he
Johnson.
yeah, I'd probably bring in John Johnson as like
Well, that's all right. That's gonna be like 5 million, I think. So if we had
probably
12 million, if we had 12 million, you picking John Johnson. That's leaves you with 7 million. Now what?
well, we got to cut someone at that point because we got 90 players on the roster. So
I mean, you can cut an undrafted free agent.
yeah.
And then what are you doing?
How much more?
Is
How
that
much
it?
money do we got? How much money do we got right now?
I think we got like 12.
12. You're probably gonna leave a little bit of money for in-season spending, even if you don't use it. It's good to leave a little bit of money in case you need it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's probably at that point, I'm probably looking to bring in a swing tackle.
Tackle. Are you sharing your screen, bro?
No, not right now.
Here, I'm gonna share mine real quick.
Yeah, that's fine. I was just looking at the cap space. No, I'd probably be looking to bring in some sort of offensive line depth.
Yeah.
I know you're big on bringing in the running backs, but I think
Mm-hmm.
at some point you got to try to give the young guys a chance.
Yeah.
And maybe there's probably still going to be some guys sitting out there after preseason or like a little bit into preseason. Like if Spiller and Kelly don't flash in preseason, I would definitely be like, yeah, bring in a
Yeah.
running back. But I think you got to give him a chance.
All right. So you're taking tackle. What? Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
All right. Which one of these guys you taking?
I don't know. I'd probably just go for like the Eric Fisher type. I don't think he was very good
Eric
last
Fisher?
year, but I think
He
he was.
didn't even play. Oh, did he get
No, he
hurt?
played a couple games. He played a couple games with the Dolphins.
Did he?
I think he did, because he played a couple games for the Dolphins when Teron Armstead was out with an injury.
All right. It says 0 here, but all right.
I don't know if that's correct.
All right. That's gonna leave you with $3 million left. You got Eric Fisher. You got John Johnson. Now what?
And I'm probably saving the rest of that money in case you need to make like a in-season move.
John Johnson and Eric Fisher. Yeah,
Probably.
that'd be.
And Eric Fisher, even if Eric Fisher isn't the best offensive lineman, he's a veteran presence.
Mm-hmm.
You got young guys on the line. He can help with the development, stuff like that. It's good to have him. I think other than outside of Lindsley, we're really lacking that kind of veteran presence on the line.
Yeah, I totally agree too. Honestly. All right, so if I'm the GM right now, honestly, I'm going directly to running back. All right, it has to be UFA. What is it? RFA.
Yeah, UFA.
I'm just gonna click all these. Leonard Fournette is 7. That might be a little bit too much for us.
I would really go for like a Kareem Hunt, but they're not going to sign him.
Hunt, 6 million. Jay McKissick. Dang, these running backs are hurting right now.
Because Kareem Hunt also doesn't have a ton of tread on the tires because he was splitting carries in Cleveland.
Yeah.
I think he's still got something in the tank.
Dang, this is very tough. What happened to where's Elliott? Is he not up here?
I don't know.
Is he still under contract?
No, he's not. They cut him.
Well, all right. Anyways, I honestly don't even care. I'm gonna take Leonard Fournette. Then I'm just gonna do it. $7 million. I'll give him 1 year, $7 million contract. That'll leave me with $5 million more. All right, and then I'm going O-line, and I'm looking for someone that played a lot of games. Blythe. He's only a center though.
Yeah, I'm looking more specifically for a tackle with the backup offensive line because I think that's where the offensive line depth is worst.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that could be. All right, let me just look real quick. Let's see. I like Cannon. He didn't really play that much though. Honestly, I'm gonna take. Who is our backup tackle? We don't even really have one, huh?
Foster Sterrell.
Jeez.
Which I mean, like, he wasn't as bad as Storm Norton. Not saying much.
Yeah, what the heck are you trying to say? Honestly, I'm going Jason Peters. I don't even care. Give me Jason Peters. I know he's old as hell. He's 41. Maybe we can coach these guys up. Only $2 million though. And
might as well just hire him to be a coach at that point.
Yeah, honestly, I don't even care. And then I'm gonna also go Dalton Reisner.
Dalton Reisner.
All right, I'm going Jason Peters and Dalton Reisner. And honestly, I don't know. This is just kind of like a spontaneous decision, but yeah, that's what I'm doing.
We're $60 million over the cap next year.
I know. I was looking at that. Let's see. What are
you gonna do with that? You're gonna like. What are you gonna do? You're gonna cut Khalil Mack, right? Like that's definitely happening.
you see my screen?
Yeah, I'm looking at mine though.
You want to share yours?
Yeah, hang on.
How do I stop this?
Yeah, so what are you gonna do? You're gonna cut Khalil Mack, probably restructure Bosa
Wait, why are you
again.
going so quick? I don't want to do that yet.
No, I'm just like, what are you gonna do here? You're gonna
Cut.
how are you gonna get under the cap here?
I don't think freaking Tom Telesco even cares. He knows he's about to be gone.
Oh yeah, I think he's like, okay, if we don't go, ooh, we don't have a deep play. He's probably like, if we don't have a deep playoff run this season, my job is toast. So
Yeah,
we're just gonna go all in. Hopefully, we can make like the AFC Championship game, and that'll probably save my job.
pretty much. All right, I'm gonna try and actually do this cap right now. Can you see
I
this?
mean, yeah. Well, yeah. In 2023, we're probably gonna cut Dustin Hopkins. So
Yeah.
wherever he's at,
All right, 2024, right?
yeah, we'll
Holy
cut
crap.
Hopkins in 2023 because that'll save money next year.
Where's Hopkins?
Kicker probably up higher.
What the heck? Where the heck is he? Oh,
Right
jeez,
there.
he's pretty high. All right, cut him.
Cut him. That shaves
Save
like
a little
6
bit, right?
mil. Yeah,
Think
that shaves like 6 mil from next year.
I'm gonna have to just go straight to. Honestly, I think we might have to cut Corey Linsley. To be honest,
No, they're not gonna cut Lindsey.
why not?
Well, if anything, they might like give him like a 1 year or like a restructure. I think he's got 1 more year on his contract. I might be wrong though.
I guess it's gonna depend, huh?
Is this the last year? Go to 2025. Is that the last year of Lindsey's deal?
Uh,
He's got 1 more year. They're not gonna cut him.
you don't think
He's
so?
got 1 more year after that. If anything, they might like restructure or give him like a minor extension to push some money down the road.
I think we might cut Sebastian Joseph Day.
I mean, one of the edge rushers is gone, and one of the top 2 receivers is gone. So, I mean, Khalil Mack is probably gone next year.
I like Khalil Mack.
I do
though.
too, but I think it's kind of inevitable. He's like,
What about JC?
if he has a bounce back year this year, they'll not get rid of him.
I'm just gonna. Dang, if we cut him, it's only $4 million saved. Jesus.
Yeah, there's a $15 dead hit too.
Oh my
Or
God.
15 million dead hit.
Keenan Allen unfortunately makes the most sense when you look at the money only.
I would get rid of Williams over.
I'm going to get rid of Sebastian Joseph Day first of all. Kendricks, no.
Depends on how he plays this year.
Fox.
Probably.
How the heck can we
restructure Bosa? They'll probably do that again.
Dude, this is a nightmare.
They'll probably restructure Bosa again.
How can it even be that high?
Well, I'm trying to think. If you
What
restructuring Bosa,
all right, I'll restructure Bosa right now.
that saves about 21 mil.
Didn't we already do it though? I think we already did.
Yeah, we'll do it again.
Okay, so how do I do this?
That's the max. That's the max restructure.
It is?
Yeah.
All right, so just do it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that'll take us down 10. Jesus.
If you cut Mac, I think that brings you down to about 23.
What happens if I restructure him though?
You can't. There's no more years left on his deal.
But I could spread it out.
You could extend him a year, but I don't know how smart that would be.
Let's see. Signing bonus would be. Dang, I'm trying to remember how the heck I did all this. 10 million. Oh, that freaking put us more in the red. All right, I guess cut him. Jesus, I really wouldn't want to do that, but sorry.
He might also retire after this season, so
true.
That's a possibility.
What about Corey Linsley? Dang, and Mike Williams, we're gonna have to look like we might have to cut him, huh?
You could restructure Mike. Corey Linsley's max restructure would say about 5 mil. So that wouldn't eat too much into next year's cap.
What can I do here? 10 mil.
Then if you cut Khalil Mack and Mike Williams, restructure Bosa and Corey Linsley, and then you cut Hopkins this year, that'll bring you 4 million under the cap.
If I cut Mike Williams?
Yeah. You also cut Sebastian Joseph Day, so that'll bring you more under the cap. But
I guess we're gonna have to cut Michael Williams.
Or you could cut Keenan Allen. You could do either or. Either or. Although I would cut Williams over Allen.
Dude, that's like, geez, that's like asking me to like freaking like give up for adoption my firstborn son or my secondborn son. Jeez, that's
I don't
terrible.
know. I think the wide receiver. I think Keenan Allen. I mean, with Mike Williams, I like him, but I think his type of game is more injury prone than like Allen's. So I think it'd be smarter to keep Allen for another year over Williams.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to cut Mike Williams. That sucks. That
They could
sucks
also
nuts.
they could also post June 1st some of these guys.
Oh, and then what? And then if we go to the, I know we're just messing around here, but what about the free agents?
In 2024.
Yeah,
Well, you gotta take that with a grain of salt.
yeah, definitely. I mean, like you gotta take it with the whole salt shaker.
Because like you gotta look at some of these guys. Chris Jones will get extended.
Chris Jones, who's that?
Chiefs.
Well, yeah. So what does that
Our
mean?
free agents. I'm looking at
Yeah.
whole free agents. Michael Davis. I would think they would extend Michael Davis.
Yeah.
If he has another year like that, like he did last year, they'll probably extend him. If
What are you doing with
Gilman,
Eckler?
I think you got to move on.
Let me see if I. It doesn't even do the right thing. I don't think.
If he's gonna want a massive contract or massive for a running back, going on 29, almost 30, I think you have to kind of just like hedge your bets. You can find someone else and move on.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's smart to pay that position what he wants at that age.
I mean, I would try very hard to replace him with a good rookie or something.
Yeah, I would. I think next year's running back draft is actually supposed to be pretty good. So
Really?
not as good as this year's, but I think it's still supposed to be pretty good next year.
Who they got?
I don't know any of the names. I've just heard things like no one next year is as good as like Bijan, but like they still got like it's comparable to this year's.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess we were never gonna get Bijan anyways.
Yeah, because you went freaking 7.
Oh man. So well,
I
I
wish
guess
we would have gotten Bijan.
so. I guess that would kind of lead us to my last point. You know, after we were doing that for so long, which would be you know, how do you see 2023 playing out for us?
Let me pull up my prediction, my full schedule. Or I did a full schedule prediction. I did it like on my phone in like a couple minutes, so it's not. I don't think it's very good.
Are you showing it
But
right now?
no, I'm just pulling it up on my phone.
Wait. I'll let me pull up
I
the
gotta find the
schedule and
picture.
I'll write it down.
So I had us going
Wait.
11. I had us going 11-6.
All right. Yeah, I might have that too. Let me look up the schedule. I'll take a screenshot and we can like write on it.
All right, can you do that on here?
Uh there's a will, there's a way. Do you love that saying?
No.
Where the heck is the whole schedule? Is this it?
What do we got? Week 1, Miami, I think. I mean, I had this schedule prediction I did. I had the Ravens getting the 1 seed, which I definitely don't think is happening. But
Wait, is there a predicting like app or
there
something?
is. Oh, actually, yeah. Hang on, let me pull it up. So there is.
Yeah, you do it.
What's it called? Playoff predictor.
But can we predict the Chargers' schedule?
Yeah, it lets you do the whole NFL.
All right.
Yeah, so it does every game, but
You're gonna predict every game?
no, we could just do the Chargers games.
Okay,
But yeah, it lets you do every game, and then you can
that would be
do your
wild.
whole. I did it last year.
Every
I don't
single
remember. Last year I did every single game.
game. Ooh, I wonder if you could go back and see what your accuracy was.
I can try.
We'll do that later. Let's just do this one now.
So week 1 Dolphins, I got us winning that game, but I could definitely see it going either way.
Yeah, I got the Chargers too.
All right. Start off 1-0. Next week, Titans. That should be not an easy W because I don't think the Titans are an easy team to beat, but that should be a comfortable win.
I guess I got the Chargers. Yeah, I'll take the Chargers.
Titans should not be good this year, so.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, they weren't very good last year. We were just like so battered and bruised. Week 2, we're going to be pretty healthy. So
Mm-hmm. All right, go next week.
then week 3, the Vikings.
Ooh.
I mean, we kind of struggled when we played the Vikings. That was also when they had Kevin O'Connell as their head coach.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, Mike Zimmer.
Oh man, it's such a tough call. All these games are so tough. I feel like in the NFL they always come down to like, one score games.
I think we can beat the Vikings because I think we got a better defense than they do, and I think our offense could go punch for punch. But like Justin Jefferson is.
Yeah, I'm gonna go loss there.
Yeah, I'll go Vikings. And then
Raiders.
skip that one.
Well, I'll take Raiders. I'll take a win.
Yeah, win against the Raiders. Then we got the bye. And then we got the Cowboys on Monday night.
That's a tough one.
I think we can win this one. Because I think if you look at like what Mike McCarthy said he wants to do with their play, he wants to run the ball more to rest his defense, and Kellen Moore wants to light up the scoreboard.
All right, I'll give him a win against Dallas.
I think that I don't know, and Micah Parsons, he's one of the best edge rushers in the game, but he's also not like a Max Crosby, where Max Crosby's going to take the easier matchup. Like Micah Parsons has made it a point that he wants to go up against the best tackles. So we're going to get Micah Parsons versus Rashawn Slater, which he'll probably still get his, but like that should limit how much Micah Parsons does because Slater is that guy.
Yeah. All right. Chiefs. Yeah, that's a
Chiefs.
loss.
I got us winning this one against the Chiefs.
All right. I guess I'll keep it. I'll keep my record separate. So I got a loss there, but you do your thing.
Right, so you got us going 4-2. I got 5-1.
Mm-hmm.
We'll
It's all right. We can just do yours.
Yeah. All right. Then I got us beating the Bears.
All right. I guess so. This is a pretty easy schedule.
I don't think the Bears should be that. I mean, I think they'll be better than they were last year. I think they're like a max 7-win team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we could beat them.
But they shouldn't. Their defense is still pretty bad. The Jets, we could drop this one.
Yeah, I'll give it to the Jets.
I would give that one to the Jets, although I don't think it's
I think we could win it. I mean, all these again, like they could all go either way.
Yeah. Lions, I got us losing this one.
I could give us the win versus the Lions.
Right,
is it in LA?
It's in Detroit.
Okay. I'll still take the win.
They're coming off by. All right, I'm going to give that one to the Lions. Green Bay, I think we should be able to take care of business against Green Bay. We got a much more experienced quarterback, a much better offense, and their defense kind of underperformed last year. They kept their defensive play caller, which I don't think is very good. So we should be able to pick up a win against Green Bay.
I could see us getting beat by their defense. Is it in LA?
It's in Green Bay. Their defense is loaded with talent, and it just underperformed last year.
Let me see. What week is this?
11. It's mid-November.
Yeah, I'm going to give the win to Green Bay, even though it sounds stupid.
All right. I'm going to be at that game, so we better win.
Oh, nice.
I got the Ravens winning this one.
Yeah, me too.
I don't like playing the Ravens.
Yeah.
I also have the Patriots winning.
Yeah, I could see the Patriots winning that.
Which, I think we should beat the Patriots. But until they show me that we can beat the Patriots, I'm not going to pick us to beat them because we cannot beat the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got the Broncos in LA. I think we could get them.
All right. Yeah, sure.
Is that in LA? Yeah, it is. We play them in LA first. I think we get the Broncos in LA, mostly because we always seem to beat the Broncos in LA, and then we just lose at Mile High. The Raiders again. I don't want to give the Raiders a win, but for some reason we just seem to always split with them. But there's also a real possibility the Raiders could just be tanking by this point. So
Yeah, I'll give it a win.
I'll take the win. Then you got Buffalo. I actually think we beat Buffalo here on Saturday night.
I'll take the loss.
All right. I think it's kind of like a very like a high flying, high scoring matchup. I just kind of think we end up with the ball last.
Mm-hmm.
And then at Denver, give Denver the win there.
Wait, it's an 18-week season, right?
Yeah, so it's week
Dang.
17.
I could
At Denver,
say I'll say we lose that one.
yeah, I give Denver the win in Denver. I hate playing in Denver.
Yeah.
And then last week of the season, we're at Kansas City in LA.
Yeah, I'd say we win that game.
I say lose, but you also have to take into account they could be playing or they could be resting starters.
Yeah, I honestly think that's the best week we could possibly play the Chiefs because they're
And
probably
it's in LA.
yeah, I think that's a win.
So you don't
So
gotta go. So I think the one
yeah.
thing I flipped is I kind of go back and forth from my original one. I think I went I think I had us beating the Vikings in my other one,
Mm-hmm.
but I kind of go back and forth on that game. So 10-7 should be good enough to make the playoffs, especially because I'm not doing everybody else, but
Oh
10-7
shoot.
should at least get us in.
Dang, you know what? I got us I just had us going 9-8, which isn't very good. Now I feel like I would switch one of those. I would maybe switch I would give us a win on one of those. Maybe Green Bay. I'd probably give us a win at Green Bay actually.
I think we should be able to beat Green Bay.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go 10-7. I think that's my prediction.
I don't know. I think there's a lot of games where it's like I think we can win. They got to show me that they are the
Yeah.
team is legit.
I mean, yeah, exactly. That's how I think too.
Like that Patriots game, if we go into that game and we're pretty hot, I think we should be able to win that game.
Yeah, but also you got to think about there's trap games too. You know, we could drop an easy one for sure.
That Green Bay game is a trap game.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a number of trap games. Chicago, the Jets, Detroit. You know,
Yeah.
Tennessee.
No, but I think if the main thing I think with this schedule is the early bye week. But the main thing with this schedule, actually, hang on, did I? Yeah. So the main thing with the schedule is that after week 3, I believe we do not play back-to-back road games the entire season.
Really?
Home week 6, away week 7.
Going back, they're flip-flopping.
Home week 8, away week 9. Home week 10. Actually, we have the Lions at home. I was wrong. I still think the Lions win that game.
Could be.
And
They're
then
not bad.
away week 11, home week 12, away week 13, home week 14, away week 15, home week 16, away week 17, home week 18.
Yeah. I mean,
And then the other thing is that this Thursday night game that we have here against the Raiders, since it's a Thursday night game in Las Vegas, and since the bus trip there is so short, what I heard is normally the one of the main detractors from Thursday night games, aside from the less amount of rest, is that you have to forfeit one of your practices to fly out there. But since the Chargers can take like a 2-hour bus ride, they can actually keep their last practice and still get out there in time for the game.
is it only 2 hours from LA to Las
Like
Vegas?
a 2.5. Or no, it's like a 15-minute plane ride, and then I think they said it was like a 2-hour something bus trip from the hotels to the.
Dang.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think you need to be in the state 24 hours before game time, so they can do their practice, get on the plane, take a quick flight to Vegas, and they'll be in town in time for the game.
Mm-hmm.
So they get to keep their practice. So that's a bonus for the Thursday night game.
Yeah, that's
which
that's
could
pretty
get
cool.
flexed, apparently. now.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with the Raiders. The Raiders are looking pretty dysfunctional right now, I think.
Dude, I don't understand the Raiders. Like their last 2 off seasons, one they fired their interim head coach, or they didn't bring him back, which I thought was insanely dumb.
Hmm. Oh yeah, Mark
Like,
Bisaccia.
yeah, Rich Bisaccia, I would have if I was in charge of the Raiders,
Yeah,
I definitely would have rehired that
I
guy.
thought he was good. He beat us.
Oh yeah, he beat us. He like led that whole dysfunctional team after the whole Gruden thing. He led them to a
Yeah.
10-7 season in the playoffs. Like, but the Raiders' massive problems these last couple years, in my opinion, have been that their offensive line is not very good outside of like Colton Miller.
Hmm.
And then their secondary has not been able to stop anybody. Like their pass rush was pretty good in 2021, Ngakoue and Crosby. And then they had good wide receivers. They had Renfro. Like they had a pretty good receiving game before the Ruggs thing.
Hmm. Yeah, I just think the Raiders are pretty dysfunctional, super
And then
dysfunctional.
these last 2 off seasons, they added receivers, which I don't think they needed, and pass rush, which I already thought was good. So it's like they're adding to their strengths and they're ignoring their weaknesses. It's like, what are
Yeah.
they doing?
Look at HH4 says we gave up 150 yards a game rushing, 5.4 a
I
carry.
Is that true? I don't know if the 150 yards a game part is true. Is that true?
I know that we were dead last in giving up yards per attempt to the other teams. So
I wouldn't doubt yards per attempt, but that yards
I
per
know. I mean,
game
I don't
might
doubt
not
it.
be
That's
right.
We were atrocious in the rush defense, I think, and I'm just man, we got to change our ways, for sure. Oh shoot! Look what he said now.
Chargers.
Total rebuild front office. Yeah, if we don't succeed, it will be kind of time to light the building on fire and get a new GM and change our ways. We'll keep Justin Herbert, keep our core players, I think, and yeah, we need someone better running this ship. I think for sure. I think that's our biggest problem for sure.
Yeah, I don't think Telesco's. I actually think he's gotten better in the last couple seasons, but overall, just
I think that he just got lucky
a
getting Justin
bad
Herbert.
tenure. Well, you could say that, but I mean, like, they were taking a quarterback there no matter what. It was just which quarterback fell to him.
Yeah, I mean he's just conservative Tom Telesco.
I
HH4
do think ever
Telesco.
since Staley came in, I think the drafts have been better under Staley.
Mm-hmm. Uh,
You've seen some more consistency out of him in the later rounds, like the Sawyer pick. Some of the later round picks in 2021 have turned into pretty good special teams players. Nick Neiman and Agbambamiga have been decent on special teams. Asante was a hit in the second round. Slater was a really good pick.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Sawyer, Xander Horvath was good when they used him.
JT Woods. Yeah. I mean, this is going to be a big year for JT
Ooh,
Woods. This is going to be a
JT
big
Woods,
year. Yeah, we need him to show
big
up for sure.
big oof.
Yeah. Yeah.
JT Woods and Isaiah Spiller. I think that Spiller can be good. Like he had good college tape, but like didn't use him.
Yeah, I mean, to me, bro, I got to see it to believe it, That's what my whole thing we need our guys to perform on the field and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think we need to get rid of Tom Telesco, and I think then we can like have hope for the future. We could actually see like, oh, maybe like things will be different now because we keep
Yeah,
seeing the same shit.
I agree. Although I think this last draft was kind of a signal of growth. They didn't draft any project players. I don't think, which has been I think a massive problem of Telesco is just overdrafting these project players.
Yeah, well, I'll give him credit when it's shown on the field. That's when I'll give him credit. So, all
I
right,
mean,
man.
the Pipkins pick turned into something good, so we'll see what JT Woods can turn into.
Yeah, yeah. Pipkins eventually showed up. Yeah, we'll see if he'll continue it. But yeah, all right, bro. I'm gonna
All
wrap
right,
it up. I gotta go now.
all right,
All right, man. Later, Will. See you.
later.
Bolt up. We'll do this again, though. Let's do this again
Bolt
sometime.
up.
Yeah.
Yes, we can definitely do this again sometime.
All right. Later.
Later.